I am so glad you are here. It is Magical Tuesday in my world, so let's get into it. I thought we'd talk about amulets and charms today, little things you can pick up that you can use by imbuing them with energy as a placeholder, as a spot where you can keep some of your own magical power that you can just have radiate to you all day long because you wear it or keep it on you. So I grabbed a couple little sterling silver charms we've got in stock right now. These happen to be out and available. And when I'm looking at, say, a little dish of charms, mixed charms, like I could have grabbed a fairy. I didn't happen to grab that. There's a whole bunch of different styles of charms that are available. I'm going to look at this one, and just the design of the knotwork and the fact that it's in a circle makes me think of a wheel and of moving forward in life. If I feel like I need help propelling myself to the next day or through this day, I'm going to grab this one. But maybe I was more attracted to this one because I'm going to go with my gut. And I'm going to tell you, go with your gut too. No matter what anybody tells you a shape means, you got to think about it on your own, right? So here's this little triangular one. Also Celtic knotwork, lovely. If I am thinking in terms of geometry, maybe that's where I think of like the shape of a triangle. It's about threes. I know that 3 is your first stability. A 3-legged stool will hold you up. So will a 4-legged stool, but a 3-legged stool is the first one where you can just sit on it. Very hard to just sit on a 2-legged stool. That's why we don't have them. Or a 1-legged stool. Now you can prop yourself up on those things, but it's not the same. This is your first sign of stability if you're thinking in geometric terms, or if you're thinking about tarot. This sort of shape to me, if my major reference was tarot, would be I have completed stage 1 of a major project. I got the job. Now I need to show I'm going to fit in the company well. I graduated high school. Now I need to make a decision. Am I getting a job? Am I going on to more education? What am I doing? Let's get to the next step in a process. Even though, wow, I did a great thing. Or maybe I'm thinking of it more astrologically. And for my little, I know enough astrology to be dangerous kind of brain, this would represent a trine. And trines are easier. I always think of trines, and I think someone told me this, I don't think this came from my head, about thinking of it like a slide where you get to go from the top out into the world comfortably, as opposed to, say, a square where now you've got all those corners and it's harder. And so in astrology, ease would be a thing I would think of. So depending on what I need and how I think about the symbolism, I'm going to pick a charm that I think is appropriate. At a bare minimum, I'm going to recommend that you take the charm, put it between your hands, breathe deeply, calmly, comfortably, and focus all your attention on putting energy into the charm, having it go through your body, ultimately through your arms and hands and into the charm for whatever the goal is that you're going to use this little thing. And you're going to do that for as long as you can maintain that sort of thought process. If you're great at meditating, you might be sitting there for 20 minutes. If you're not a meditator, you might be sitting there for 3 minutes. That's okay. You know why? Because if you feel like it needs more or you've used it up, do it again the next day or a week later or the next full moon or whenever seems appropriate. You can always recharge these items as you see fit. Now, if you want to gild the lily, and some people do, before you charge it between your hands, you might, and this would be true for more than one tradition, light some incense and smoke it in that incense. Before doing that, you might combine some salt water and dip it in the salt water to cleanse it. Wipe it off. This is sterling silver. This is going to be pretty tough, but I don't know what yours is made of. Wipe the salt water off. We don't want a corrosive substance left on a metal object, especially if we don't know what it's made of. And then smoke it, and then put it between your hands. Charge it up with that energy of yours, channel the energy of a patron deity or saint if that will help you. And then, and I think this is key, put it on a chain or a cord and wear it. You can wear it under your clothing. Nobody has to see it, but wear it. And whenever you need it, remember it's there. Maybe press it with your hand if it's on a short enough chain and you're in a place where you can do that. If you've got it on a 40-inch chain and you're suddenly digging around in your cleavage, no. But, but for the rest of us, just every time you need it, hold it. Every time you want to recharge it. And do that in the best way for you. There are so many refinements we could add to this, but I'm over time. So have a wonderful day. Thank you so much on behalf of myself and the rest of the crew at Magus Books in Minneapolis. We look forward to seeing you here in the shop or online at magusbooks.com. And thanks for being your best magical you. And of course, doing the little magical things you can do here. You know what they are. We'll see you soon. Blessed.